I hear a lot of people say I'm like the love child of Dakota Johnson and Anne Hathaway, which I'll take. You'd be halfway through the story and then action would be called and you'd be like going through the most mad sort of scene and then cut. I was also watching RuPaul's Drag Race at the time. So that was a good way to unwind and like root for Bimini, Bamboo Lash. Quite a juxtaposition from obviously what we were filming in the day. Hi, I'm Daisy Edgar-Jones and I'm chatting to Cosmo. I think it was so much fun. I think sometimes when you're working on a film that has darker themes, you weirdly as a crew you and cast, you kind of unite and sort of get the hysterical giggles all the time. So it was really good fun. It was such a fun film to make. I mean, I was really attracted to the script in general. I really loved Lauren's quick sort of witted dialogue, and I loved where the story took us. Every time I thought I knew what was going to happen, she took us in a completely different direction. And it was such an amazing experience to read it because I didn't know what was coming. So yeah, and then I was drawn to Noah because I think she's a really interesting character, because when we first meet her, she's in a bit of a rut. She doesn't know sort of what to do. And almost through this experience, she finds this strength that she never knew she had. And I thought it was fun to sort of explore, you know, a person who never sort of knew that they were capable of a strength that, you know, until it was called upon. And so I think that was really cool. And I also loved her humor and the chance to do an American accent. And yeah, so there was lots that drew me. I haven't in real life, although I hear a lot of people say I'm like the love child of Dakota Johnson and Anne Hathaway, which I'll take. I don't know if it's just because we both have, we all have sort of brown hair and I have the fringe. It's quite Dakota-y. I mean, I think accents has always been one of the most important parts of my sort of process, if I even have one, because I think it informs so much about a character. And, you know, my own accent itself is like slightly sort of self-conscious. I think that's a big part of the British accent. It's a little bit sarcastic. And so finding that American confidence, I guess, but in a character like Noah, who is quite self-deprecating, was really fun. Making this film, it really made me realize how lucky I've been. I've never been on a date as bad as the two Noahs. Well, actually, Noah's first date with Steve was quite nice, but then it obviously went slightly downhill. But no, luckily none like that. They've all been quite pleasant. Taking away the takeaway would give me the ick. I think, I don't mean to be mean against indoor scarves, but I think that would also, I have a little hang up about those, I'd say. Actually, Sebastian and I would really laugh because we'd be having these really like funny conversations where we'd be like telling each other like anecdotes, and you'd be halfway through the story and then action would be called and you'd be like going through the most mad sort of scene and then cut and you'd be going like straight back into the story again. So no, it was very different. Well, do you know, we were filming in Vancouver, and Vancouver is like got incredible food. There was a great ramen bar, so I ate like a ridiculous amount of ramen. I was also watching RuPaul's Drag Race at the time, so that was a good way to unwind and like root for Bimini, Bamboo Lash. So I did that. That was kind of quite a juxtaposition from obviously what we were filming in the day. I mean, I think probably Noah, actually. She's probably quite similar to me. Her humor is quite similar. She's very like self-deprecating and silly and like a bit sarcastic. I mean, I don't relate to the experience that she went through, obviously, but you know, when we first meet her, I think Noah and I have, yeah, probably the most similarities of all my characters. I think what is special about the film is, you know, just like when I read the script for the first time, you really don't know what's coming. And I think it lulls you into a false sense of security. And I think that's really fun. And I hope most people come to it not doing too much research and really just enjoying it for the kind of roller coaster it takes you on. So actually I filmed that straight after Fresh, and I fell in love with that book so much. So to bring Kaya to life is just like a crazy opportunity and responsibility, because I just know how beloved that character is to so many people. So yeah, that was a magical time to film. And, you know, we got to be in the actual marshes and the bayou of New Orleans and be in her boat and in her lagoon and just experience bringing that beautiful book to life. It was wonderful. Thanks for watching.